Have you ever noticed that the most influential and financially secure people often say the least about what they own or control? In private wealth, silence is not weakness, it is a deliberate strategy. Speaking less protects assets, relationships, and long-term positioning. Loud wealth invites attention, pressure, and interference, while quiet wealth preserves flexibility and power. Understanding why silence is chosen reveals how serious wealth is defended and expanded over time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because learning how silence works can completely change how you think about money and influence. 1. Silence protects attention. Silence limits unnecessary attention that can drain focus and invite problems. When wealth is openly discussed or displayed, it attracts opinions, expectations, and demands. Attention becomes a cost that must be managed constantly. Private wealth avoids this drain by staying quiet. Without attention, decisions can be made calmly and strategically. Silence creates space for clarity and control. It allows wealth holders to operate without distraction. Attention often leads to pressure, while silence preserves independence. By staying quiet, private wealth remains protected from noise that can weaken long-term outcomes. 2. Privacy preserves control. Control weakens when too much information is shared. Silence preserves privacy, and privacy strengthens control. When others know less, influence increases. Decisions remain flexible, and negotiations remain balanced. Private wealth understands that information is leverage. Silence limits exposure and protects strategic positioning. This allows wealth holders to act without external interference. Privacy also reduces manipulation and exploitation. Control remains internal rather than reactive. Silence is not avoidance. It is protection of authority and direction. 3. Silence. Every public signal creates potential risk. Visibility invites comparison, envy, and scrutiny. Silence reduces these threats naturally. Private wealth avoids becoming a target by limiting exposure. This lowers social, financial, and personal risk. Quiet positioning prevents unnecessary challenges and conflict. Risk management begins with not inviting danger. Silence allows wealth to exist without provoking response. Less visibility means fewer problems to defend against. This approach protects stability and long-term security. 4. Quiet wealth maintains flexibility. Flexibility is critical in wealth strategy. Silence allows quick changes without explanation or resistance. When plans are public, changes become complicated. Private wealth stays quiet to preserve adaptability. This allows shifts in direction when conditions change. Flexibility strengthens survival and growth. Silence removes the burden of justification. Wealth can move quietly where opportunity exists. This freedom improves decision quality and timing. Quiet strategy allows smooth adjustment without external pressure. 5. Silence avoids emotional influence. Public attention often brings emotional reactions from others. Praise, criticism, and judgment all influence behavior. Silence reduces emotional interference. Private wealth remains focused on logic rather than reaction. Emotional distance improves decision-making. Silence protects mental clarity. Without external voices, strategy remains steady. Emotional neutrality strengthens consistency. Private wealth values calm over validation. Silence creates emotional insulation that supports long-term thinking. 6. Power works best quietly. True power does not need announcement. Silence allows power to operate without resistance. When influence is visible, it invites challenge. Quiet power moves unnoticed. Private wealth understands that strength grows when underestimated. Silence allows leverage to build quietly. Others misjudge capability, creating advantage. Quiet power avoids confrontation and preserves influence. Silence becomes a strategic advantage rather than absence of presence. 7. Silence prevents lifestyle pressure. Public wealth creates pressure to maintain appearances. This pressure encourages overspending and poor decisions. Silence removes the need to perform. Private wealth avoids lifestyle inflation by staying discreet. Spending remains intentional rather than reactive. This protects capital from erosion. Silence allows wealth to grow without competing for validation. Freedom from appearance-based pressure preserves discipline and sustainability. 8. Quiet wealth protects relationships. Money changes how people behave. Silence limits these distortions. When wealth is not obvious, relationships remain genuine. People connect for character, not access. Private wealth values authenticity. Silence prevents manipulation and dependency. It protects trust and emotional balance. Relationships remain clean and stable. This social protection is critical for long-term peace and clarity. 9. Silence supports long-term vision. Long-term strategy requires patience and calm. Public commentary disrupts focus. Silence allows attention to remain on future goals. Private wealth prioritizes outcome over recognition. Quiet planning supports steady execution. Vision stays intact because it is not influenced by short-term opinions. Silence allows wealth to compound without interference. Long-term thinking thrives in quiet environments. 10. Silence becomes a shield. Over time, silence becomes a protective shield. It guards against threats, distractions, and pressure. Private wealth treats silence as armor. This shield protects capital, influence, and peace of mind. Silence does not mean inactivity. It means intentional restraint. Wealth grows quietly behind this shield. The less explained, the less attacked. Silence preserves strength across time. In private wealth, silence is not about hiding. It is about protecting what matters. Quiet strategy preserves control, reduces risk, and strengthens long-term vision. Loud wealth seeks attention, while silent wealth seeks endurance. Those who understand this choose discretion over display and strategy over validation. If this explanation helped you understand why silence is power in private wealth, don't forget to like and subscribe, because mastering money also means mastering when to speak and when to stay quiet.